What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Welcome in to yet another episode of the Spitballers Podcast. Who are the buffoons they're talking about?
Well, here's the thing.
It can't possibly be me.
There's one really known buffoon commodity on this show. But we didn't want to make him feel bad and be like, what happens when two guys and one idiot start talking about things?
I just punched William Wallace in the face.
What?
Yeah. I don't know who the buffoon is you're talking about, but it's a true story. We've got this really nice studio. Sorry, no video for the Spitballers, but people want it. The people are asking. We're like, no. Face is made for radio. I just leaned back and yawned and stretched, and I took out William Wallace in our set.
So there was a William Wallace figurine, and you punched it.
I punched it right. Yeah.
That's our producer's name, William.
I was so confused.
I was too. That was left field. But a buffoon's gonna buffoon.
Yes.
Welcome into the podcast. We have a fun show today. Great question. Favorites. We're talking favorites. We got a mock draft on the show.
I'm very excited for this mock draft.
I know you are.
Near
it's
and
kind of
dear
your
to my
wheelhouse.
heart.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason lives
I
the
was
life
gonna
too.
say I'm winning this one.
And
guys.
Jason, you've recovered from having your eyes dilated multiple days ago.
Oh, mercy. I don't know if this is like I couldn't do any research on it because my eyes were dilated to the point where I couldn't see or read.
Very common thing to happen when you get your eyes examined. They dilate your eyes so they could see them better.
Right. And
so that you can see worse.
Apparently my vision when dilated is 2200, which is not good. It's not like officially blind, but it's not good. And I couldn't see jack squat. And then, I look on, I hear it's like, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. 36 hours later, I can't see squat.
Yeah, your eyes, they looked strange for a very long time. You did not react well to it. Bad experience at the eye doctor.
Yeah, wasn't good.
You don't like your eyes being touched anyway.
No, I am a gigantic baby. And I don't mean that just because I'm overweight. I mean like the level of what a baby I am is also high.
Spiders and having your eyes messed with are at the top of that list.
What about
stop it, Mike.
A spider on your eye.
Stop it.
Wait, is it because spiders have 8 eyes?
I don't know, man.
Somehow there's a correlation between
I don't know.
fear of
It's just
a spider on the eye would be an instant heart attack. It doesn't matter, venomous, non-venomous. If a spider how could that happen? How could
you sleep with your eyes open, right?
I need to go throw up right now just thinking about the legs crawling on a.
You can find us on Twitter at SpitballersPod. SpitballersPod.com is the website. We love it when you go over there and send us your questions.
We love our website.
We love it.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
The internet is ablaze with
Check out SpitballersPod.com. We love it.
Yeah, send in your questions. We love hearing from you and answering your questions specifically, so make sure you do it.
We are trying to make the world a better place, one subscription at a time on Apple Podcasts, on Google Play, and wherever you're listening. Thank you for your reviews. Thanks for supporting the podcast. Guys, I'm just gonna get right into it.
Okay.
That's a great question.
All right, let's start here. Here's a great question, gentlemen. If you could only learn one magic spell, and it could only do something mundane and boring, what would that spell do? So this would, to me,
That's a great question.
That is a great question. This would be something that fixes maybe a very minor problem in your life, but you never have to mess with it again.
Now, what if it's boring and mundane, but fixes a major problem in my life? Is this doable?
Yes, I mean,
You're going to have to elaborate.
If it is mundane and boring.
So I think to myself, like, what are my problems I need fixed? And look, you two gentlemen, you're getting in shape, you're getting fit, you're losing this weight, you can probably put,
Come on, stop selling yourself short. You're working on it.
I'm working on it, but let me tell you what is still very difficult. Putting shoes on.
Oh,
Putting shoes
do
on.
you need the what's that sock thing? The sock sled?
What
Have
are you
seen this?
talking about?
So this is one of those made for
Google.
TV
Oh, yeah,
or
I'm
as
on
seen
it.
on TV inventions for elderly people who have a hard time putting their socks on.
I thought that was just a shoehorn.
No, but this is for socks, and it's this huge contraption that basically
Are you sure it's called the sock sled?
That's what I thought it was called. Is it called something else?
I don't know. I can't find
All
it.
I see is Christmas socks.
So what happens is you unfold your sock onto the device, so it leaves a gaping wide hole for you to slide your foot in, and
They call them sock aids.
sock aids.
Yeah,
That's
like an
a
aid.
terrible name.
Sock sled
Do
is
you
such
want
a better
sock
name.
aids? No, thank you.
As seen on TV, sock slider.
Oh, maybe that
Okay.
one's it. Sock slider.
That's an upgrade. If you ask me, hey, Jason, which one of these do you want? Do you want a sock slider, or do you want sock aids? I'm going with the slider.
This is it. It's the sock slider. It's,
All right.
It's almost like a shoehorn for socks, but it's
See, I have
the commercial is just it's everything you hope and dream out of these ones where people
get
can't
there.
do something like put on a sock.
fallen over.
And I get there's a market for people who they're in pain.
I'm not very flexible. I don't expect to be putting on socks much longer.
Yeah, my belly gets
On
in
my own.
My belly gets in the way, and
So
I
that's
do
the spell? What's the name of this?
the spell would have to work both directions, okay? Because
AIDSio.
Oh no!
no, we don't. With no AIDSio, that's awful. No, I think because the spell would work both ways. I got to be able to take my shoes off and my
okay.
socks off, or put them on. We have a little song in my house that we sing as this tradition started with my wife, and it's gonna go for many generations. But we sing a song, "Set Them Piggies Free," when we take the socks off, and we go as you're pulling the sock, you set them piggies free to do set them piggies free. That is a true story.
I now want.
What?
I want to be clear. I want sock aids now. After hearing that,
So that's
I would like sock aids.
that is the spell incantation. Is set them piggies free to do
Wow.
and then my shoes fly off, my socks fly off, and
the
my
spell incantation.
I feel like you really need the
to lose weight.
No, you need the spray shoes from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Heck yeah.
I think that would serve you better than this magic spell to set your piggies free.
I don't know. This seems pretty good.
So when they
Better
are
than sock aids.
Okay, so you've set your piggies free. Where does the sock go? Does it just go right to the ground?
You put the pigs in a blanket. At that point,
yeah, it just goes on the ground.
But then you still have to pick it up.
okay, it goes in the laundry basket. It's magic.
Well, that's what I want to know. What it
Then
does.
I'm calling laundry basket.
I think I want a
like Mary
spell.
Poppins situation. It just floats along as you sing about piggies.
Yes.
I've become rather addicted to all of the apps that deliver things at my house really quickly, and Uber Eats and Prime Now, and there's something about having food prepared and made for you and then handed to you.
So you want a chef?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I'm sitting on the couch, I think the ability, mundane and boring, to access my fridge and my pantry and all of those things at the flick of a wrist, Snackio.
Oh,
I think that'd be nice. It's just something funny that if someone I oftentimes turn my children into slaves by saying, hey, go get me a soda out of the fridge. Go get me that. I just want that to be magical. That way I'm not a bad father.
Dude,
No,
and that
that's called
works.
earning your keep.
You
That's
darn right.
what you call. Go earn your keep.
Yeah, who do you think
Boy.
sings "Set Them Piggies Free" around me? It's my
You make
children.
the kids sing it?
Well, who do you think I make take my shoes?
When's the
socks
last-
off?
Oh my god!
What was the last rent check your kids cut?
So all of our magic
Zero.
All of our magic spells are just things we already make our children do for us.
Yes, our children are magical.
Your
Okay, hold
children
on,
have
hold
to
on.
peel your socks off your feet.
Well, they don't have to, but they get to.
Oh my goodness!
You are telling me that you are a grown man
Yes.
and your
Well,
children
Set his piggies free.
Your children pull your socks off.
I said they're piggies free too. It's a you scratch my back situation. I'll scratch yours. But these spells work well together because if I can snack yo,
Yeah.
that makes it harder to get the shoes on, yo. And so then set them piggies free.
This is just not a fair deal, though. Your feet at the end of the day,
oh, they're wrecked.
Compared to that of a child. I mean, there is a moisture situation. There is an odor situation. There's probably a toenail
I was
and
just saying,
fungus situation.
If you can't get down there to get the socks off, these toenails aren't well manicured.
Look,
Have you seen them in a while?
what you don't know don't hurt you, okay?
It hurts them.
They don't know it.
I don't think the room and board is worth it.
They're going to move out?
I'd have the sack over my shoulder.
Th're moving out.
The
Age
thumb
5.
would be out.
Gonna hit a boxcar.
Oh, I'm gonna hit a
Ride the
boxcar.
rails.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, what's your magic spell?
We need to bring hitchhiking back, by the way, just as an aside.
Really? That's not something that...
I think that hitchhiking comes with a very large set of problems.
For another time.
Serial killers.
Well, the initial one I was going to go with was dinner because making dinner is absolutely the
I thought
worst.
dinner was the problem with hitchhiking. I'm putting myself in the situation like, oh, you don't want to impose on the driver, like to stop for dinner? Why?
Now I don't want to go through the drive-thru. I'm going to have to order 2
Yes,
meals.
it's unbelievable. Every time I pick up a hitchhiker, the first thing out of their mouth, "Hey,
dinner?
you mind if we hit the McDonald's?" I'm like, I just picked you up. I'm
Sorry,
giving you a
sorry.
ride.
Proceed with your actual spell.
But making dinner would be fabulous because that is the worst time of night. I do not understand the families that, and if you have the energy and the power to do it, have that fully cooked meal, more power to you. I don't know how you do it.
I am so amazed now as a father, as an adult, as a husband. I'm amazed that was the routine in my house growing up. There was always family dinner, home cooked, on the table, and like that's so much work. Dude. Like
no, it's insane because
but I missed that a little bit.
We have my wife and I. We made the decision. Okay, I'm going to be the one who goes and does work. She will stay home with the kids. But the thing is, I'll come home from work and you're tired. The last thing you want to do is make dinner. And if you've ever had to care for 3 children, the entire goal of the day is to keep them alive.
It's to speak to another adult.
And by the time dinner comes around, you're like,
I'm out.
Not going to do it. So no one wants to do dinner. So a magic spell for that. But
would it be like, what would the spell be? Would it be like Blue Apron?
So the problem with Blue Apron is
you got to make it all.
It's delicious and easy, but it's not easy enough. It's not easy like a magic spell.
I found one of those services that also does all the cutting and chopping in prep work.
Closer.
But then it costs another $2 a meal.
Yeah, but even still, I don't want it closer. I want food ready to eat. I want it done. I want it. Wait, that's just called pizza.
Yeah, I was going to say the
so is
pizza
and
delivery,
we're back to not seeing your toes.
Pizza delivery is the closest we have to it.
Free to do.
If we could get that hydrator machine from Back to the Future 2, where you put the pizza in there and it takes about 30 seconds.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
You went with food. I'll go with the simple one of a magic spell, and it makes my children close and go on in the morning, and they have their teeth brushed.
Oh my gosh, that's like saves you 2 hours a day. All right, this is a great question. What high-level job do you think you could lie your way into with no experience and no one would notice? Which, I'll say this, there was a 30 for 30 about, did you ever see the guy that tried to buy the Mets but he didn't have the money to buy the Mets, he didn't have the collateral to get the loan to buy the Mets, but he lied and faked his way all the way through to where he was acclaimed in the city of New York as the savior of buying this team. Wow. And it went all the way down until like almost the end of the line in buying the team, and he didn't. I mean,
yeah, of course he didn't. He doesn't have millions of dollars.
What was the end game?
The end game was to convince these banks to loan him this money.
Wow.
But he didn't really have any of the pedigree, any of the history, any of the fake companies he owned.
That's bananas.
I
so
feel
could
like
you
I could
lie your way into something? Because you could demean a profession really quickly here if you think you
and
can.
I plan on it.
Well, not necessarily, because you have a catch me if you can situation
Exactly.
where a lawyer. a doctor.
A surgeon. See, that's when I feel like you can't lie your way into being a surgeon, because what if you got to do a surgery? I mean, first of all, I'd just faint. But, I would also not have any idea what I was doing. But I feel like most jobs.
You just go scalpel. Stat.
Most jobs I could lie my way into. But I don't want an average job. I want a really high paying,
this is high level,
high level job. And I think the one that I could convince is a psychiatrist. I mean,
psychiatrist or collegeist. Psychiatrist has an actual medical degree.
That's the one then,
and can give out actual medication.
Oh yeah, I can give out whatever I want. I could talk my way into that for sure. And the thing is it's like, if I am the worst, and this is no offense to any psychologist out there that is great,
or psychiatrist,
whichever one. Which one does the medications?
The psychiatrist.
Then that's me. I'm a psychiatrist.
No, I like that he thinks the one that you have to get the more exhaustive degree is the one he could lie himself into.
I like that
right.
He's going to lie away to a job that he isn't sure he can explain.
Oh, but that's the reason
I'm the local psychologist here. Wait, what?
That's the
Psychiatrist? Which one are you looking for? Psychiatrist or neurologist?
You tell me. You tell me. I can be whatever you want.
I double dip.
But the thing is it's like, if I'm going in, I just already grant that person that they know what they're doing. If they told me the stupidest, craziest things to do or to say or to look at, benefit of the doubt. I'm saying,
Oh, you're saying the advice you are receiving
whatever
from
the
a
advice I'm receiving or the questions they're asking, like,
because they're the professional.
They're the professional. And in that situation, I don't really have a boss, right? Because this is my own practice. I talked my way into everyone believing I'm going to help you with your problems. And let's be honest, I'm pretty good at helping people with their problems.
Is there a job, Mike, that we would want to see Jason have to pretend he's an expert at? Because what comes to mind for me is I want him swimming with the orca whales.
Wow. So is that like a death sentence?
No, I just want to see you pretend. Like, if you're in front of the crowd, you're the expert to all of them, you're in the wetsuit. God help it.
Oh, man, that's
Which
never.
one's the orca?
That thing's never coming off.
Sorry, Jason.
No, that's fine.
And then it's like, and now you're going to perform. It's almost like if you're a magician in Vegas and you're like, and begin.
I'm not the trainer. I'm the orca.
No, you're not the orca.
There are now 3 whales.
Magician.
But if you were in that position, it's kind of like one of those Impractical Jokers gags.
Right.
At the end, you have to come out on stage. I just want to see you have to go and perform with an orca with no knowledge.
I would so much prefer that to other. Like, when you say, what job do you think we should give Jason, the one that I was most fearful of, like what came to mind, like, oh, gosh, that would terrify me. I would go home crying every night, would be if I was a high-end college university English professor. These kids would know so much more about sentence structure and literacy.
It is funny
literature.
How a person that tells you there's something automatically gets the authority associated with it, right?
Oh, yeah.
But like you said, the psychiatrist, you walk in there, and even if they say the most ridiculous things, you're like, this must be something you've learned in college, and I need to be open-minded to it.
Exactly. That's why
And this is why financial professionals ruin people's lives.
They must know what they're doing. What can you guys
Enron, eh?
So the high-level job that I think I could get into and just put me back there and I'll figure it out and you'll be tricked. Going with a high-level chef.
No way.
Because here's the thing about a high-level
Creativity.
chef. It's all about creativity and presentation. You need the largest, whitest plate that you can find in the entire universe and then the tiniest little piece of food because that is high-level.
That's fancy.
That's fancy cuisine. I mean, I can grill a steak. I can grill a steak, hit it with a hole punch. So it's just this tiny little circle. I put that in the middle of a plate, and then I take the gravy, and I make a couple swoops.
And then you could serve the hole punched other piece as a creative, tasteful thing where
the steak donut?
Fill the hole with, some type of jelly.
I've seen the high-level cuisines, and it's so tiny. It is so preposterous to me that this is – how is
I
this
just watched a Chef's Table episode on Netflix, which they highlight all these high-level chefs. And the cavalier, amazing talent of this pastry chef, which she was very talented.
The same one.
But you know what her creativity was? It was, I'm not going to frost the outside of the cake.
I thought the same thing. I was like,
because you want to see the layers of the cake. And that was the creative. I'm like, I want the frosting.
It's become this famous fad. And so I came in watching this.
To not frost a cake?
To not frost the outside edges.
The outside edge.
And Tiffany, my wife.
So to your credit, you could do it.
You could do it. You just nailed it. You could do this because whatever you want to do, you can do.
So her big creative push was simply, I don't want to do my job.
Kind of, yeah. It was like
I am a cake maker.
My job is best done with less.
I came in halfway through that that episode. I came in halfway through that episode, and my wife was like, "This is the woman who invented the frostless cake."
Milk.
And I was like,
invented the frost.
And then when it showed it, I was like, how is this better? How is that something people want? But here's the best part about that whole documentary. Her real breakthrough came when she figured out she was going to make this dish and it uses milk, but she wanted to flavor the milk, and she thought of cereal. She's going to, because cereal flavors milk, and so she's going to flavor this milk with cereal. Sounds like a good idea. She goes to this aisle. It's got all these cereal boxes. She picks out cornflakes. Cornflakes.
Yeah.
Not Frosted Flakes, not Fruit Loops.
Okay.
Cornflakes, the flavorless cereal.
Okay, in my head I was hearing corn pops. I'm like, okay, what? You could just dump cereal or sugar into the bowl, but cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
Yeah, and then it makes the milk a flavor, and then she makes pastries with that milk instead of regular milk.
So yes, Mike, you can be a high-level chef.
Flavor.
No,
brand flavored.
Cornflakes are not brand, but that could be
the
next one.
I know they're corn, but another thing that
I'm going there. By the way, I'm going to the Milk Bar. In Vegas.
Another place I could fit in easily as a chef is the ballparks, the baseball parks and the football stadiums. Their new big thing they do is they just make a giant atrocity of food. Where they think
12-foot hot dog.
It's a 1 foot long hot dog. We're gonna cover it in nacho cheese and Fruit Loops, and then put churros on top of it. I feel like I could accomplish this.
Yeah.
I do this at my home. This is how I eat dinner.
I would go the medical route. I'd become the dermatologist, because I feel like that one's like everything I see, I'll take it out. I mean,
yeah, we're gonna need to remove that.
We'll send it to the lab and we'll let you know.
I go in there and they got like a little monocle, and they look with the monocle and yeah, that looks good. Put down heart shaped. That one's heart shaped. That's a 4-leaf clover.
Scalpel.
And I'd be just like, yeah, let's take it.
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Do you have it?
It's like the dentist that takes everything. Yeah, fill that tooth.
Do you have the ability inside you though to scalpel people?
No. That's my assistant's job.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the dermatologist has to do that part.
I don't think so.
The actual cutting?
I think that if you're the
They do.
But if you're the actual dermatologist, you're the one in charge, and you tell the other person, no, this is your job. They're not going to go, no, it's not.
You want to be fired?
You want to be fired? You want your job? Cut that out.
All right, let's move on.
Our favorite things.
All right, this first favorite thing that we're going to debate
This might take an
has
hour.
actually spawned another idea for a segment from the people out there. And I want to start with the favorite nickname for a grandparent, because I know that there's going to be some hot debate here. Because,
goodness.
and I almost feel like this segment should be called Right Way, Wrong Way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where we just declare that, look, there's right and there's wrong in the world. But it came to my attention on a recent episode of our other podcast, The Fantasy Footballers, that Mike has a very strong opinion about what you should call a grandparent, and Jason has a different opinion.
The correct opinion.
As I said, right and wrong. So debate this kind of standard in our society and what the nickname for a grandparent should be, because I've seen it all.
Yeah, I guess.
And Mike, your opinion was strong. You believe firmly,
strongly, and that if you're a grandma or your grandpa, you are either grandma, grandpa, and I'll even accept grandfather, grandmother. That's kind of weird. I mean, I'm not.
That's kind of weird.
Because I'm not
grandmother.
I'm not a man of
Grandfather
of extreme traditions, and you got to go back. But it's just the other options on the table that I'm sure my colleague is going to lay out, and there are a few of them in my life. My wife's parents, she insisted. So her mother insisted on not being grandma, so she had to go through the process of figuring out what her name was. And I'm like, what's wrong with grandma? I mean, that's strong.
Is what you are.
Grandma Salters. No, so she had to become Nana.
I got a Nana.
And so I said, what, like Nana Banana? She did not like that when I had my kids calling her Nana Banana.
Oh, you made the kids do it?
You're darn right I did, because you need to be shamed.
No, listen.
Nana.
So here,
Nana, Papa. I've heard.
There's a
Mama.
Look, there
Grammy.
There is
Gammy.
There is a
Yaya.
boo-boo. There is a boo-boo. There is a tita. There is a tata. These are not jokes. These exist.
Those sound like state parks.
Yes, these exist in my wife's
National
family.
parks.
And I'm over here just drowning and struggling to stay afloat of just
So
grandma and grandpa.
But do you have to inherit those then?
Oh,
If your
I'm-
kids call them, do you say
Yes.
grandma or do you have to say Nana?
No.
do you say Nana? Do you tell your kids?
Maybe
do you
I
refer to
do.
her as Nana?
I think I do.
Yes, come to the dark side. Because look, when I first had kids,
I'm just going to use first names now.
Hey, Ted.
when I first had kids, I was the same opinion you were. I was like, I don't want to do all these like this is Grandpa Moore. This is Grandma Moore.
That's great.
Yeah, and then my wife was like, no,
It's distinguished.
and so,
You've earned that. You have lived a life
but now,
of full and richness, and now you are Grandpa Moore.
but Gammy,
Oh, my goodness.
Gammy is so special.
Gammy has no teeth.
That's gummy.
If you change your name
Gammy's
to Gammy,
very gummy.
you automatically just get full gingivitis, and your teeth immediately fall out of your mouth.
Gammy.
Gammy we have a Gammy, a Grammy, which are different. We have a Papa and a Pop.
We have a G2.
which are different.
A G, what, like Gatorade?
We have a G2 because if you're the great grandfather, you're G2.
See, that's cool. If you are great,
You're a great grandfather. You're a
the
G2.
yeah, that's because calling someone your great grandpa, that's a little too much. But
Extra
G2,
old grandfather.
I like that one. You're the extra old, right?
Old father.
Yeah, no, look, the
Gammy.
uniqueness of having a name that is only yours.
So Mike would like original names versus inheriting any of these grandma, pop.
yeah.
well, it's just and I
Grammy
don't
and Pop.
G2.
Grammy and Pop, I can get custom-made things
Ma Sizzle.
for Grammy that
Ma
say Grammy
Sizzle.
on it. You know, I don't have to have this super long grandmother Doucette.
well,
Yeah.
that's like I said,
Grandma
grandmother is
Doucette. That's still pretty long, Mike.
Grandma D.
Oh no.
All right.
Nope. We're gonna go with
Favorite
Grammy.
thing at a buffet.
Hold on.
Okay, you're all right.
Because I just want to clarify, I'm fine with nicknames of the official title, but it's just like shortening them. So G2, that's fine, but Gramps, Grams, I'm okay with that because you're
That's
taking.
what Gammy is.
No, it is not. You have deconstructed it and
Yeah,
made a new
your
word.
grandmother.
Yeah, Gammy.
Okay, so how about
grandmother.
so if there's an R in there, Grammy is fine.
Ooh.
That's Grandma, Grammy,
Yeah, Grammy's probably okay.
but Gammy is not okay.
Grammy is far better than Gammy and Boo Boo and Titas and.
And now you know.
Yum
What is your
Yums.
favorite thing at a buffet? So you, Jason, this might be the hardest decision you've ever had to make.
This is not a fair question.
No, it's like which of your kids is your favorite?
Right. That's
That's the actual question.
I feel like
what's your favorite thing at a buffet? I always try to go safe. If I'm going to pick a favorite thing at a buffet, I stay away from the red meats at buffets. I stay away from things that I deem not fit to sit, right?
Then you must have quit.
Yeah, not fit to sit. If I'm stuck in a buffet, I don't want something that could be percolating, building some bacteria on it for all the time it's been sitting there during the day.
I'll go ahead and.
So I'm a dessert buffet guy.
I'll get my bad food take out of the way because I know that Jason will not approve of this. When I go to a buffet,
Oh, I know where you're going.
no, you don't.
You're going to go like pizza.
Nope.
All right.
Nope. The first thing that is always available in a buffet is the salad bar. And I make the most gigantic, ridiculous salad-drenched, egg-covered, cheese everywhere salad that by the time I am done with that, I barely have enough strength to get up and go see what the rest of the buffet has to offer.
So your favorite thing is the
opener.
opener.
I love the salad bar.
Do you like the control? Instead of somebody's bringing you
That could
a
be
salad, because I've been around you, Mike, and we've ordered food together, and you're very particular with your salad requests. Okay, no croutons, no tomatoes.
Sure.
A Thousand Island on the side, but also a Thousand Island dribbled on top. 3 drops on this leaf, 4 drops on that leaf.
I'm so disgusted right now.
The best part of the salad bar is, I know we've now, as a society, we have improved, and hard-boiled eggs are appearing more and more in salads.
They are all the rage.
Because they really should be in every single salad. But back in the day, when I would go to the buffet with my grandpa, who was most certainly if my grandpa, like this distinguished businessman, if he had soiled his reputation of being a gampy or something like that, like my opinion of him would be so
He'd be in the
different.
middle of a business deal, and like you run up to him and you go, "Hey, Gampy," and they're like, "No deal." I mean, no deal. I thought you were a professional.
My memories of him are just he is such a stoic man because he is grandpa.
He's no Gamby.
But we would go to the buffet with him, and eggs were a treat for salads at that time. So half my plate would be hard-boiled eggs.
I can't pay buffet money for a salad.
No,
that's the
thank
problem
you.
I have.
You don't go to.
I get it.
If you want a salad,
$13 for a salad with unlimited eggs? No, thank you.
if you want a salad buffet, then go to a stupid salad buffet restaurant where that's what they do, which is so stupid because they're still
An
overpriced.
SSBR, as he calls it.
Yeah, more like BM. I mean, just the worst.
Oh, there
No,
is
if I'm
BMs afterward.
You need roughage.
If I am going to a buffet, my favorite part's going to be the food, which salad does not apply. Salad is not food. Salad is rabbit
Food.
Shoot. Okay. New rule. Human food is what I like at the buffet. There's so many things to narrow down. Look, breakfast is my favorite of the buffets.
Yes.
If I got to pick breakfast, lunch, dinner, I'm going breakfast.
They don't generally mix those though.
No, but
Correct?
you got to.
I'm not a buffet expert.
Oh, I am. And no, they don't usually mix those. But if you plan it right, which I do, you come at the end of breakfast.
Oh.
You get the turnover?
Oh, you get the turnover. I have done many a
be
breakfast
there at the turn?
and lunch buffet. And the
That's
thing
a
is
professional move.
Yeah, well, I'm a professional buffeteer. The thing is if I have to pick one thing,
Buffeteer.
buffeteer.
I could see him with like 6 different watches up an arm, and they've all got different. The watch faces all have different restaurant names on it, and it has the turn time. Oh, look! If we make the turn here at the Old Country, I can get over.
Get down to Luby's.
Yeah. Oh man,
That's where the gammies are, by the way.
Oh yeah, so hungry right now.
Wow! So you can be there at the turn; they don't double charge you.
No, they don't. Not if you're
Sir,
kind of
we saw you with
buffet.
pancakes, and now you've got a steak.
And
Double.
If I had to pick one thing, there is usually a banana cream pudding with vanilla wafers, and I can
Just
eat
a
that.
vat of it, a bathtub full.
I can eat that endlessly.
You can get inside of it.
Man, I'm going Golden Corral right now.
All right,
guys.
favorite fast food French fries.
Oh my gosh.
That's easy. I'm not proud of it. In fact, I'm ashamed of it.
You're ashamed.
I know
of
what
the fry.
he likes McDonald's.
You're darn right. McDonald's.
There's nothing wrong. with that.
They print out fantastic fries. They put it. Yeah,
They're 3D printed.
They
now.
3D print the perfect fries, and I know that there's chemicals and stuff.
That's not this discussion.
to make it perfect.
Just
but
your favorite.
yeah, it's just McDonald's when it's perfect.
So
it's perfect.
there is no thought for you, considering. I mean, all the options that are out there, and they are endless. You're still going with the OG.
Yeah,
McDonald's skinny fry.
100%. You to get that Burger King fat fry out of my face, I'll walk on them over to the McDonald's, and then I'll cry myself to sleep
from the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'll go with In-N-Out Burger. I think they're my favorite fry.
What?
I can get behind this, but there's a caveat to that. You have to eat it immediately.
That goes with McDonald's fries too. Doesn't
No,
it?
that is not true. I can
No.
eat McDonald's fries days later.
Really?
Yeah, I can too.
They don't change. But In-N-Out fries, because they're cooked like without all those wonderful preserving chemicals, they just, if you don't eat them immediately, you don't want to like go through the drive-thru, take that home.
You feel like you're basically at, when you go to a theme park and you're progressing through an exhibit. That's what fries at In-N-Out Burger are like, because you're in the drive-thru line, you see the windows. One guy's got the potato, he's chopping it, the next guy's putting it through the machine, then the next guy's frying it, and then they hand it to me and I can eat them for days.
Oh, they're great.
The problem with In-N-Out fries is you have to get them animal style, or they're simply inedible.
That is false, but
No, it's
animal
just-
style's great.
You have to cover them with cheese, spread, and grilled onions.
I'm not saying
Otherwise,
that's a bad thing, but I'll eat them
No,
plain.
the thing is, all fries would benefit
I'm
from that.
so hungry right now
But
for fries.
for a French fry to have that is just shameful.
All right, Mike, you must have something in mind.
I'm having some difficulty choosing between the two.
There's only one other option that is worthy of bringing up.
I think I know what option you are referring to.
Jack in the Box?
And that is the Jack in the Box.
Do curly fries count?
Seasoned curlies.
The seasoned curlies from Jack in the Box or Arby's, they're identical. They're the same
Yes.
thing. Those are so good.
But Arby's does not give you with the upcharge. The ridiculous upcharge of Jack in the Box trying to get their 40 cents for the seasoned
Are they
curlies.
actually identical?
worth it.
Pretty much.
No, I mean, I'm sure.
Don't you worry about the quantity you actually get of those fries? Like you can
Yes,
stuff
that's
so
a
many
problem.
regular fries into a box, but if you put curlies in, I feel like sometimes they get like three gigundous curlies.
No. I have had many trips to the J Box where I get the supersized fry and I come home, you're like, this thing is half full.
Yeah, because they take up a lot of space in a curl. They're not efficient.
I have never, ever gotten home from any place with French fries that aren't half full when I get home.
That's fair.
Yeah,
So I don't know what you're
because
talking
you're
about.
eating them.
They should come out with. They should have a car pack. Like you get the bag, they hand it to you, and then they go, and then here's for the car. And they give you a small container. Like Five Guys gives you those extra fries
Right.
in the bag.
Ooh.
You need a car bag.
You are on to something.
Because who doesn't reach their hand in that bag, dig
Immediately.
around, and find one and eat them on the way home?
So I was
Monsters.
struggling, like I said. So I love the seasoned curlies, but the number one, it's the Chick-fil-A Chris Cut waffle fry.
yeah.
The waffle fry is
Don't
Those
you
are
feel
very
like you
good.
need Chick-fil-A sauce for those?
no
Polynesian.
No,
If you take their
you can
Polynesian,
enhance.
Polynesian?
the Polynesian sauce with their fries is incredible. Get out of here with your bad takes.
No,
Psychopath.
No, if you're going sauce for the waffle fries, it's the Chick-fil-A sauce all the way. But
Also great.
It doesn't need it. The waffle fries stand alone as a meal.
Final question. Have you ever, in your entire life, had fries made at home that tasted remotely good?
I do not have a deep fryer at home, so no, because they come out of the oven and they're stupid.
Yeah, the oven baked fries. You are always like, hey, they're fries. I did have a friend when I was growing up in elementary school, and
You had a friend?
That
one
is amazing.
I had
Yeah.
one friend, but every Friday we would go to his house after school, and his ma would
Deep fry?
They had a deep fryer, and they would make freaking French fries, and it was this huge treat for Friday after school, and it was amazing because they were really it's fresh, legit fries.
You ever
Not
talk
this-
about that family? Like, oh, that kid's mom got a deep fryer.
Was that grade school or high school?
That was grade school.
Did he make it to high school?
I will say that he was a plumper fella.
Well, they had a deep fryer at home. It's not his fault.
A bumper fella was not the careful way of saying that.
What do you want? What do you want me to go big boned?
Thank you, Mike.
Well fed.
Well,
Speaking of the homemade treats, did you ever have anybody that owned the ice cream maker where you mix the salt in and do all that?
no.
That was always really good. That was always a treat. My Gammy used to.
I feel like does it take 5 hours to make it?
Yeah,
though?
but that was part of the whole experience.
What?
Well, that's a terrible part of the experience.
Anticipation.
Yeah, you know what the anticipation is? The drive-through line at Dairy Queen as I wait.
We've matured as a society. I agree. Let's move on.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, Mike, you introduced this one. This is the one you had set up.
So from time to time, we like to do a draft where we take turns selecting from a list.
We did a breakfast food draft recently.
Yes, and where we build our team of things. And today we will be building our team of the best Disneyland rides. And we discussed it before the show. We are going to allow Disneyland and California
Are we?
Adventure.
We're going to allow California Adventure?
I say we get rid of it, make it harder.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I think let's go Disneyland only.
Because
Yeah.
then we can do a California Adventure draft, which I could do that too.
Yep.
Look, Disneyland is my jam. I am there yearly at Christmas time. It's my favorite time of the
Spectacular.
year. I love it. And I actually think that I am first, I believe.
Did you do a random?
Oh, what?
No, because you started, and then
you're
Andy
right.
went.
But who goes second then?
I
This is
do.
why we. Oh, okay.
Jason. It always just slides
Dang it.
over one
This
spot.
stinks.
So
I probably won't take what you're going to take.
No,
Again-
I know, but I know what you're going to take, and I was going to take it from you.
putting a team of rides together to complement one another to be the most powerful team possible is the key of the draft. So 3 picks.
Yeah,
Yes.
and look, just so that everybody's aware, I have pre-written down the 3 best rides without a question. And
Just to see if they'd
just
be
to-
stolen from you?
Yeah, because anyone that could possibly assemble this 3-pack would win, and I'm sure it can't happen. But we'll
Mike?
see. Mike, where are you leading us off?
Kick it off.
With the very first pick of the Disneyland draft, I am selecting Splash
Yes!
Mountain. I told you I wouldn't be taking yours.
All right, good.
Splash Mountain is
That would have been my first pick.
is the best ride at Disneyland for so many reasons. The free fall of the giant flume plunge is some of the best seconds that you can have in a day, where your tum-tum just goes soaring up into your throat.
Yeah, until
and
you're walking around in soppy, soggy, wet clothes.
See, I feel like that's part of the fun experience is that Russian roulette situation of who's going to get wet.
It's always me. I'm the fat guy. I'm the heavy part of
Why
the
is
flume.
being fat make you more wet?
Because I weigh the thing down and all the water comes at the deepest point.
So
Oh
you got
my
to learn the
gosh.
technique of you take your feet and you cram them up under the sides of the log, and you make sure that your feet stay dry, because the rest of you'll be all right as long as you don't have soggy feet.
Sounds like a great ride, Mike. You
are-
gotta learn how to shove your feet up in the area so you don't.
It's very easy to do it, but on top of it already being the best ride, this is the roller coaster that I can actually still go on with my children and not be violently ill for 3 hours.
That is a win.
I
All right.
have a pick that I know I'm not on the clock.
If you're
My
darn right.
point is that I have one that
I'm not on, but I'm going to pick anyways.
No, I have one that I want to slide to me.
Yeah. So
and
here's,
I just don't want you to take it from
I
me.
am not picking my favorite because I think my favorite has a chance to come back to me. I am picking what I assume is Mike's next pick, and I hope is Andy's wish, and that is
I know what it is.
the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, it's on my list, but it's not my next pick.
The Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, Andy is devastated.
Oh.
He is weeping.
Oh, I'm so happy
Son
right
of
now.
a gun. I thought for sure you'd go something
I know.
stupid like Space Mountain.
But Pirates of the Caribbean, I
Oh.
used to think like, oh, it's boring, and then I think I got to an age where it was like, oh, this is just right. This is just right.
Yeah.
It's always nice inside, cool. It's got
if
the water.
in the summer
Oh,
when
yeah.
you get a nice 10-minute ride in the AC.
Middle of the day where you walk in the ride and all of a sudden it's nighttime. You got stars above
I
you.
am so upset right now.
And if I get Pirates of the Caribbean, that means, look, I get the Blue Bayou with it. Okay.
Oh,
What? No,
God.
you
It's
don't.
in the ride. Of course I do. It's literally in the Pirates of the
So
Caribbean.
you're getting a Monte Cristo.
You're darn right.
What?
Oh yeah, Pirates.
So
they're mine.
how often when you go on that ride do you think of leaping from the boat and joining somebody at a
every
table.
single time. If I'm on the right side of the boat, it's near inevitability.
I don't even feel like I have a shot. I don't even have a shot in this draft. I got back-to-back picks.
No, we don't snake here.
We linear.
This is our third mock. You've been here for the other two, bud.
So now I really don't feel like I have a chance.
Yeah, you gotta bring it.
We're gonna ruin you.
I'm gonna take Indiana Jones.
Oh,
That's one of the three.
That was my next pick.
Yeah, that's a great
I will
one.
say this, and it's not gonna help my case. Last time I was there and I went on it, it wasn't as good as I remember. Little herky jerky.
Oh, it's
little
very
extra herky jerky. My son, he didn't enjoy it as much as I hoped he'd do it.
Now, the problem with Indiana Jones, which is my second favorite ride, is I feel like over the years, either I have just become an old curmudgeon of everything
Which is true.
Everything is too loud.
Yeah.
Or they have cranked up by at least 12 decibels
The volume.
the sound effects in that ride. I feel like I have
very confident that it's you becoming a curmudgeon.
I was gonna say that sounds exceptionally
It
curmudgeon-y.
seems so loud in there.
So you get in there and cover your ears, or do you have the earbuds to put in?
No, I accept it, but I went on with.
You're not on Medicare yet, right?
Just AARP keeps sending me stuff. I don't know why.
Here's some earplugs
they're
for your favorite ride.
Really trying to get me on the team, but I took my son on, and he spent the entire ride just covering his ears because it was
that's
too
the
loud.
worst.
Yeah, that's no good. But Indiana Jones is great. That's an awesome pick, Mike. You are up. Whatever you do,
I already know
do
my
not
pick.
draft. It's a Small World. Please don't steal it from me, Mike.
Okay, I won't. I'll be a friend to you, and I will not do that because you took my second favorite ride. I am going with the ride that Splash Mountain is my favorite ride, but if I had to pick one to go on all day, it's the Buzz Lightyear shooting them targets over in Tomorrowland, trying to get that high score. You spin
My kids love that ride.
spinning around.
And you're also indoors in the air conditioning. You sit down.
You go with your son or your daughter, and then but you maintain control of the spinning. And I just screw with them. So they'll try to have something targeted up, and I'm just cranking it over so we're spinning while I'm blowing up the points. I am the leaderboard.
I agree that is a good
leaderboard.
ride, but I think with Splash Mountain as your opening pick, I think it's a surprising pick.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
very happy.
I think
Yeah,
that
I
is
am as well.
I am so happy with that pick.
All right, I'm getting two of my
who is
three.
that number one draft pick the Cavs took a few years ago that nobody knows their name of anymore? I feel like you made that decision.
Exactly. So I'm taking my favorite ride at the park. And yes, Andy, you said it a minute ago, but it's right. I know you two gentlemen can't do the roller coasters.
No, we cannot.
But that's on you. It's a great ride. It is not just Space Mountain. It's Hyper Space Mountain. It has the music playing in your ears while you go. You're in outer space. Now it's Star Wars. It's incredible.
I used to love it so
It's
much.
such a stupid ride.
It is
No.
the best
It's a
ride.
If you think that that's a great ride, why don't they just replace it with a bunch of like single pods where you can just sit there and be virtually taken on a roller coaster? Because what's the difference? You're in the dark.
That's part of the
can't-
awesomeness.
You
You're
can't
still
tell
moving.
the difference. Here,
You're in
Jason,
the
close your
stars.
eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay, my eyes are closed.
on
You're
Space
shaking my
Mountain.
chair. I'm on Space
You're on Space
Man,
Mountain.
oh, it's
You forgot the music, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what the music is. I don't ever go on that
Space
stupid
Mountain's
ride.
fantastic. I have two of the three powerhouse.
You do have two of the three
I
powerhouses.
am-
I've got a really tough decision.
I'm
here.
jealous because I can't go on it anymore.
You are old.
I've got an inner ear problem.
I have an inner ear problem.
All right,
I'm having a tough decision because look, classic rides, the nostalgia,
He's going
the
Peter
value.
Pan.
It's not a bad pick.
I'm gonna go with the Jungle Cruise.
Oh, that very well might have been my last pick.
And based on drafting the Jungle Cruise and Indiana Jones, which I believe are in the same section of the park,
yeah, the Tarzan's Treehouse.
I
is
am
next.
going to
You're right next to each
by
other.
Jason's logic. I'm taking the Dole Whips with me.
That's
The
fair.
Dole
That's
Whips,
fair.
the
They are
Dole Whips
connected.
are now part
All
of
right.
my team.
Okay.
If you get the blue Bayou, I get the Dole Whips.
All right.
Which, by the way, is at this stage of my life, my favorite part of any theme park is just eating the food.
Yeah, if churros
Dole Whips and
stands,
churros.
If churro stands were a ride, they'd be the 101.
You would ride those churros all day.
In fact, I would spend all three of my picks on different churro stands.
I know what I want to sneak back to me, and I'm almost positive it will. But Mike, you're up. And are you thinking about Peter Pan here?
Yeah,
I hope someone takes Winnie the Pooh.
Peter Pan.
That freaky Winnie the Pooh ride.
I actually really like it, but
if you're going
and woozles.
If you're going
your kid's in a psycho trip.
a Fantasyland ride, there is only one choice. I'm strongly considering going with it. I just want to have a passing mention because R.I.P. it does not exist at Disneyland anymore, and it wasn't really a ride; it was just an attraction. But Captain EO was
Michael Jackson,
the ultimate. If Captain EO was there, I would still see it every single time I go. I love it. I'm sad that they got rid of it.
There's only one ride I hope you don't take here. Because
Mike.
I will not know what I'm picking if you take it.
It's our final pick.
I'm taking Peter Pan.
Yes!
I'm taking Peter Pan. It's the only ride that you need to go on when you are in Fantasyland. It's the only ride that has a line longer than 5 minutes, and it's a 50-minute wait to get on because it's by far the best one.
No,
Peter Pan's
it's
good.
a 50-minute wait because they have one little cart at a time that goes so slow.
They all have those.
Oh, it's the.
I know Jason's pick.
If I could,
He's going under the sea.
What?
Under
The submarine ride. Oh,
no, I'm not going.
that
Nemo.
is a claustrophobic nightmare.
It did seem really small this time. The last time I went on it.
Yeah, I keep getting bigger and bigger. No, I'm going with just an out of this world ride. It's just like Andy said, where
Andy's nervous.
Oh, why don't you?
I mean, there are still
there's
powerhouse rides
There's so
out
many,
there.
and I'm taking the one of the best powerhouse. It's going to be over by my Space Mountain. It's Star Tours.
Yep.
That ride is so great. I'm always surprised. Every time I go on it, I'm like, man, I forget how awesome that ride is. I feel like I'm flying through space.
I understand your team. Your team right now, your team is not for the faint of heart.
Oh, no.
Between Star Tours and Space Mountain, if you can't keep that food you ate at the Blue Bayou down, you're not going to survive, Jason.
I got a question here, Jason. Do you believe that Star Tours is now better where it's all CGI or the original where it was actual movie footage of practical?
Yeah. No, I remember that. I am a very anti-CGI guy, but it's better now. The change has made it more believable, and I think they've been
I can't disagree more. The old version was the way to be.
Sounds like something a curmudgeon would say.
Yeah, and I feel like a curmudgeon over here.
Yeah.
Back in my day, Disney.
We call our grandpas grandpas and our grandmas grandmas.
Yeah, you have been the oldest. You have been. I want the sailboat on this.
I picked the salad.
Yeah,
what is
this has
happening
been their
today,
worst
guys?
episode.
The best ride at Disneyland is when my mom bought me an orange.
You know what I love? I love those sky buckets.
All right, I'm going to take the least popular pick possible with a parental, a nod to the parents. I'm taking It's a Small World.
Oh my God! What happened?
What?
I'm going to remind you a couple of things. Number one,
You're bored. You're boring.
Number one, it's a vastly improved ride around Christmas time.
Mike, you look so hip right now.
Number two, it is long, and that lets you sleep. You need a break as a parent, and you go on that ride, and your kids look around, and yes, your kids ask you, when's it going to be over? I get that, but you can check your email, you can check your texts, you can sit down and write a short novel if
Better
you want
bring
to.
your jacket.
You
It's
can
freaking
eat food,
freezing in there.
and then in Christmas, you get the wonderful Christmas song instead of the It's a Small World song.
Yeah, over and over
And over and
over.
Over and over.
Well, after all.
And over.
So,
Yeah.
Jason, you finished with Pirates?
I finished with the best team. Pirates of the Caribbean, Space Mountain, and Star Tours.
I'm already throwing up.
Well, of course you two old people are.
Mike?
That's all right. You can come on Splash Mountain with me, and then we'll shoot some aliens on Buzz Lightyear, and then we will kick back and enjoy the sights and the flying and never growing old on Peter Pan.
Well, grab a Dole Whip. You can come with me on Indiana Jones
The Dole Whips,
and Jungle
man.
Cruise.
Dang.
And then It's a Small World where you can enjoy more Dole Whips that you have to walk over there. It gets hot at Disneyland sometimes.
It sure does.
I love hiding in It's a Small World. My family doesn't know where I'm at. I go by myself.
Where is it? I saw him 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Hey, what'd you guys learn today? Did you learn anything?
I learned
Mike is older than I thought he was.
Yeah, I learned that Mike had a friend in grade school.
I learned that Jason makes his children touch his feet.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting.
Set them piggies free to do.
Thank you for listening
Thanks
to the show.
for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.